Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Be Honest from Mission Start Podcast, and if you enjoy listening to us, not only on the website but also on iTunes, be sure to check us out on Stitcher as well. Stitcher is an iPhone, Android app, also on other smartphones. You can download for free, and also registration is for free too. It's an app that you can listen to any podcast that is on there without ever downloading a file. When you register with Stitcher, be sure to put in promo code Mission Start or Conover or both, and you get to automatically be entered into a $100 prize every month from Stitcher. So be sure to check us out, support us, and we'll support you guys. Hello, everybody. This is Anthony Be Honest from Mission Start Podcast, and this is yet another episode of the Conover. Fancy that. 2 episodes in 2 weeks. With me today, I have Kazu from Run Network.
Hey, everybody.
And also have me is Matthew from...
Hey, how you doing? I am the founder and editor-in-chief of the California Convention Blog.
Awesome. And today we're going to be talking about what we're most looking forward to for Sac Anime next week, but also what we our memories from Sac Anime from the past years has been at the hotel. Because as some of us may or never know, Sac Anime is moving from the hotel they're at right now to the downtown convention center, which I think it's been a long time coming.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, I think, was it last Sac Anime summer? Like, it was the most packed I've ever seen it at one time.
Yeah.
I think it was like 55,000 plus.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, it was.
It was huge. It got so big to where I just stayed in a hotel room and just chilled until it cleared up.
Can I tell a quick story about the convention center?
Yes, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, this is way back when I first went to Sac. When I first went back to Sac Anime, that was like I think it was like 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, one of my goals was to help Sac Anime, or at least see Sac Anime, to go to the convention center by the time I graduate out of college. Well, we're getting there,
Yeah.
and I graduate. I'm hopefully graduating May of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, wow.
So
Hey.
kind of like it's been way too long, but and we'll get to it a little bit later. But it's just something that I just remember every time I see the convention center, and the fact that we're going there in about half a year.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I think. I mean, the thing about it. I mean, like, we've been going for Sac Anime for a long time, and we've it started out very small, you know. It's if you want to go back to the origins of Sac
Yeah,
Anime.
it was like small.
Yeah, it started out like what was it, at a mall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
were-
was at Sunrise Mall.
I remember. I actually have video from the mall.
Oh, dang, you have video?
Yeah, it was
Nice.
a bunch of my high school friends that I knew singing the Coconut song up and down the aisle.
Almost 8 years ago.
That's older than the internet, man.
Yeah. Got that VHS tape going on. Shit.
High 8, baby.
That's before I even got into MySpace.
Oh my god. Remember MySpace, guys?
Oh, God.
But yeah, like over the years, we've seen Sac Anime grew more and more. It moved from the mall to the Scottish Rite Center, and then to the Red Lion for about a year or two. And
No, that was only one.
Not
That was only one
even
month.
a year. It was only one.
it was only 1 year.
Yeah, it was
No,
just like
what-
summer 2007.
Summer
or
2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we went back and never went back there ever
And
again.
it was like notoriously bad.
Yeah, it was. There are some stories that happened there too.
I'm still hearing horror stories about that con.
Don't remind me, man. I had my share of bad stories, but that's for another podcast.
Yeah. And then it eventually made its way to the used to be called Radisson, now Woodlake Hotel, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, now that's even going to be changed soon. So
Yep.
for the past 3 years, it has been at this location. Was there any memories or anything that stood out to you for these past years at Sac Anime?
Oh, man. It's quite a bit, actually.
Here's the interesting. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Carter.
Oh, it's okay. Man. Well, for me, I think the one that there's two that I remember I think the most over every other single Radisson slash Woodlake con since it started in summer 2009. And the first one that I remember a lot is the very first one, summer 2009, because that one was like going into a new world for Sac Anime. I mean, like everybody was like excited because it was the first time they were I mean, they moved before, but that was just from the mall to the Scotch, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the first time they really changed like large venues, and I even went there the day before the con to check it out, and did a little review and everything too, and I was like really excited. And I think that one meant a lot to me because a lot of good things happened to me there.
Mm-hmm.
And it just I don't know. For some reason, that one was just. I remember it being extremely hot, and the air conditioning didn't work, and it was miserable. And some people refer to that one as being like almost as terrible as the Red Lion.
Right.
I mean, it was pretty bad. And I remember the next con after that, Winter 2010, was like there was like a lot of people that didn't come. Like Winter 2010 was like scary, like small.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I remember like I know at that time. What was it? Anime LA, I think, happened at the same time that Winter 2010 happened.
Yeah.
And there was like even more people that left, so it was even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one that really stands out to me that I have very fond memories of is I think I'm trying to remember this right. I think it was summer 2010 when Steve Bloom and Ali Hillis were there together.
Oh yes, I remember that.
That was like a dream come true because I got to meet them like behind the scenes and stuff and talk to them, and the two of them they're like two of my favorite people, so
Gotcha.
it was really cool. I mean, like I think Steve Bloom, we can all agree, like he kind of feels like, I mean, Tom from Toonami and all the 100,000 other roles he's been.
Yeah.
Like it felt like almost like family. You know, it's like, hi, you raised me. No.
Yeah.
But no, that one was like really cool. And yeah, I mean, like every Sac Anime tends to be. I mean, it's at the same place, and it's just kind of the same idea each time. But it seems like there's something new, like something like extra that happens at each one that makes it a little bit different from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of them are pretty memorable. The ones that don't really stand out to me were nothing really happened that much to me at Winter 2010. Winter 2011 was really nice because I had a guest panel there
Mm-hmm.
and everything, but the rest of it didn't go so good for me. Summer 2011, I actually don't remember that well. I don't know why I don't remember it that well, but I think it's because I didn't post anything from it. And that's probably
which one again?
Summer 2011.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember that one that well. And then Winter 2012 was really good for me, but I'm really, really looking forward to this weekend though, because
you mean next weekend?
Yeah, next weekend. Sorry. Yeah, next weekend.
Like this weekend, I have Capital Fight District to go to this weekend.
No, I'm just like really, really psyched for this next weekend because I've got my site up now, so I can actually do more. And when I get back, I'm gonna try and have same day coverage. I'm gonna try really hard to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be a blast. And honestly, I can't wait to meet Jennifer Hill. So.
Yeah, awesome. Like over the years, like I think in my opinion, like Sac Anime has gotten better in some areas, and in some areas it hasn't.
Oh yeah.
Matt, anything that stood out to you for the past 3 years?
I know Hikaru mentioned that Sac Anime Winter 2010 there was a mass exodus because everyone went to ALA.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I was one of the ones that actually did go to ALA that year.
Oh yeah, you did. I remember that.
Yeah, because I went to Sac Anime Summer 2009. It was very crowded. I had a lot of complaints about the crowding and how everything was set up. And then I decided to and I kind of feel really bad. I took almost a year and a half off from Sac Anime.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
you like disappeared.
Because I went to ALA that next year, and then I went to Anime Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
With Anime Vegas with Scarlet Rhapsody, and then I went to ALA again in 2011. But then I said, you know what? I need to come back. I felt really bad, so I came back to Sac Anime Summer 2011,
Mm-hmm.
and then Winter 2012, and then I'm not going to ALA 2013 because I'm going to the convention center one because I'm really stoked for that one, and I
Oh,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone is excited because I think it's the first time Sac Anime is going to an actual convention center rather than a hotel
Yep.
or something to that size. So yeah, everybody's excited for that stuff.
And for a SAC anime veteran who's been going since like the beginning,
Mhm.
it's like I said, we're finally gonna see it. So I actually want to be there, regardless of what I'm doing. I just want to be there.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
it's like the
as for my favorite moments, because I only went to 3 of the 6. My favorite moment is probably from, and it's interesting that I actually have something from summer 2011, was when I covered the Ice Shine concert.
Oh
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
And that was really, I mean, most of my best photos out of the whole entire convention weekend
Mhm.
was at the Ice Shine concert.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, it's awesome.
Because if you look at my Flickr gallery, there's a lot of shots where, because I'm literally right next to the stage, so I'm capturing basically
Oh, okay.
Johnny Young Bosch right at the center, and I felt really bad because the lighting was messing me up, so I was tinkering within it, and eventually I had to shoot flash
Oh.
up right into Johnny Young Bosch's
Right into
eye.
his face.
Right to his face. And he didn't say anything.
Oh,
He
I know
just
that
kept
feeling,
going.
man.
But it made some of the best images of the entire. Like I have him playing the guitar. I have a close up of him
Oh, that's awesome.
on.
Sweet.
I have a close up of some of the other people. I mean, some of the basically people on the side is really bad because of the lighting.
Right,
But the
right.
middle is very great.
Yes.
And the interesting thing, and another thing was that's off of stock lens, 18 millimeter to 18 to 55 millimeter, 3.5 to 5.6. That's stock.
Mm.
If I had went with like maybe a fast lens, like a 35 1.8, I think the
Oh, yeah.
photo was a little bit better. But I was very happy. And then my other moment is probably from winter 2012 is sitting in that Troy Baker and Ali Hillis panel.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I recorded that fully, and
Oh, I missed that one.
yeah,
That's right.
I have the full version up on my on my face not my Facebook, my YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And sit there, and a lot of the comments that come out there said Troy Baker stole the show, and it's like, you know what? Both of them didn't steal the show, but it was just really funny, and I was cracking, I was laughing. I had a really good time.
Mm-hmm. If there's one thing I got to give props for Sac Anime for doing for these past 3 years is that they managed to get voice actors that are well known, not like
Yeah,
AAA
that's
status,
true.
but like pretty good status.
Pretty decent,
Yeah,
yeah.
like was it my friend who actually interviewed Troy Baker and Ali Hillis that won Sac Anime, and I'm so jealous because like it's funny like nobody kind of knew who Troy Baker was at the time, but like as time goes on, he's like now he's in the Last of Us game, now he's in like this other games like I'm hyped for. It's like I'm getting more jealous day.
Yeah, he's
by the
actually
day.
in quite a bit if you look at his wiki. Like, I was surprised, too.
Yeah, man, I'm jealous. um, but yeah, things that stood out for me for these past 3 years. I mean, like I had a lot of fun moments with my friends, and also kind of experiencing Sac Anime. I think I have very good fond memories. The few that stood out to me is, I think it was the last Sac Anime actually. I went to go see crap, what's her name? The voice actor who does Twilight Sparkle.
Tara Platt?
Tara Strong.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Tara Strong.
Tara Strong, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an awesome it was an awesome panel and it was packed as hell. The other few memories I have is actually being in a panel with Artistic Alliance. We're doing that game show that one year. It was a lot of fun. Not many people were there, but it was a lot of fun. And then like the other one I remember, and I remember this vividly because there are pictures of this online. I was dressed up as a Black Star, and it was actually my first time going to the Cafe Hoshi because what I'd experienced at Fanime prior to that, my thought was like, the one that Fanime like that made it was stuff was like they actually served you food and and drinks, and they'll like hang out with you for a little while and like chill. That was pretty cool. So I was thinking it's gonna be the same thing over here at Sac Anime. I go into it and it wasn't quite as expected, but it was still a lot of fun. Also,
Yeah, it's a bit different.
yeah.
You're right.
Also, because my friend was also a maid at the time, at Cafe Hoshi, and my friends and her forced me to play this game where I forgot what it's called, but like you basically, it's just like it's a game for girls, and you spin the dial, and wherever you land on, you got to put on a piece of jewelry. So yeah, it was eventually like I just got very very dolled up for that moment, and there are pictures of this online. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
that was pretty funny. But yeah, like Sac Anime over the years, like it was a lot of fun. At this current location, and like you guys, like when it first got there, it was very new. I think that really stood out to me was that there was a lot more space to walk around, like
Oh yeah.
especially like where the pool was at, and then also like the kind of one area where the fountain was at. So
Hmm.
I think that's what it stood out to me when I first got there. Was there anything that stood out to you, Matt, when you first went to Sac Anime at this hotel room?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Oh, was there anything when you first arrived at Sac Anime at the Woodlake Hotel? What was like kind of the first thoughts that went through your mind?
It's very pretty. And by pretty, I mean it's beautiful. There's a lot of opportunities for photo shoots,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll get to that when we get to the talk about the convention center. But I remember doing a photo shoot for my one of my persona characters, and we got some really nice shots because um, it offered a little bit of a different scenery,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was going to be really nice. There's places to eat, places to go, and hopefully, and like I said, we'll get. I'll talk about that part when we get to the convention center because I have a lot to say on the convention center area.
Right, right. Awesome. Um, so Sac Anime is next week. It is the last Sac Anime at the Woodlake Hotel. Um, there are things that they're doing this year that are no different from past previous years. Um, in what exactly are you guys looking forward to? Or is there something that you kind of want to go check out at Sac Anime next week? Kazu, you can go first.
Next week, man, pretty much okay, something that I'm kind of looking forward to, and it might be kind of like strange because it could be a good or bad thing,
Hmm.
but is kind of the attendance. Like I've noticed like there's like two hotels that are like totally full to where there's like a third hotel that's taking the overflow.
Hmm.
That they announced that on the site. They said that one of them, I think it was like the Red Lion, was taking in the overflow of attendees
Really?
because the Woodlake was full, and then after that there was a Sheridan, like on like I think it was like F Street or something, that was taking even more of the overflow. So it's kind of like telling me that I'm kind of thinking that this one's going to be like enormous, like compared to
Hmm.
like the last one. I maybe even like more than 5,000, maybe like 7,000
Jesus.
attendees probably, because there's now three. I mean, I don't remember this happening before. There being like two extra hotels taking all the overflow because there's just so many people coming. So that's kind of like something I'm looking forward to, the crowds, because I'm a crowd photographer too.
Hmm.
Like I love crowd shots because it shows that there's a lot of people that are interested in the con, and you get to see all kinds of things when you take pictures of crowds, and sometimes you can get shots where people are doing stuff, and you might get home and look at your pictures and find out that you got like, oh, hey, that guy was doing that, and that's actually perfect for my coverage or something like that. I'm just like kind of looking forward to the crowds, and I love meeting people who are just visiting for the first time,
Hmm.
and it's like I have a lot of fun, telling them about the convention and the past, and Sac Anime is one of those cons that actually has a story to talk about. Like, you guys probably both know that. Like, it's, there's some other cons that are just a con. Sac Anime kind of is like, it's almost like this evolving, like, um, almost like a family kind of, like we've all been going for a really long time
Yeah,
and we've all seen
yeah,
it grow. Yeah, so that's you guys know what I'm talking about.
yeah, definitely.
And it's just fun to see. I'm always like right before the con I get really excited. I'm like I want to see how big it is this year. I'm like I wonder if like how much more they're going to increase, and I mean it's probably going to be hell in the hallways,
Oh
it's probably going
man,
to be
yeah.
horrible. It's going to be like World War III
That
in
that
there.
that that Saturday it's gonna be just like, oh.
But yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
I'm
Hikaru
still looking forward to it though.
Hikaru, it's gonna be like Battlefield 3, man.
Oh God, yeah, dude, it's gonna be like that hallway in Operation Metro.
Oh, up next.
It's gonna be like that, dude, trying to get down the hallway.
Yo,
People are gonna be firing RPGs from one end and
yo,
friggin' grenades from the other
yo,
end.
those bathrooms gonna get tore up.
Oh, good Lord. I can only imagine.
Man.
But besides the crowds though, and just the general people, I'm really really like I think the thing I'm most excited for is meeting Jennifer Hale because she's voice acted like two or three of my like all-time favorite characters. One of them being female Commander Shepard from Mass Effect because I'm a Mass Effect hard.
Yes.
I've freaking that's gonna be like awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. Trying not to have a nerdgasm here. Trying to look forward to that, and looking forward to the crowd. Looking forward to talking to people, meeting up with friends. Same old thing we always look forward to.
Mhm.
But on top of it all, I think this one's gonna be even more of a special event because it's the last Radisson one, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this is," the nostalgia is gonna creep in, and we're all gonna like remember things, and it's gonna be special, I think. And but at the same time, we're gonna have fun saying "F you" to the freaking hotel because those people are like insane.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think just I'm looking forward to everything. I'm just gonna like jump in and have fun. So.
that's good to hear. I mean, I hope that you're right. It will be a great experience, but hopefully, I hope you're wrong that there won't be like 6,000 or 7,000 at this hotel room or hotel place.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
would be insane. I don't know how it would work.
Yeah, it's like the con's gonna spontaneously combust or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the hallways are gonna have to be stretched or something.
yeah, definitely.
It's gonna
It
be
was bad.
crazy.
It's bad enough that the con had. Let me see the exact. I don't have the exact numbers. It was like 5,000 plus. It's like that was bad. What's gonna happen when we put 500 more, 1,000 more, 2,000 more?
Yeah, I don't know. But
I wouldn't.
You
I'd have
got,
I don't
more.
know.
and I think like not like a case, but like an example is Fanime, because Fanime is rapidly expanding,
Yes.
Yeah,
and I just kind of see similarities between Sac Anime and Fanime in terms of it's expanding,
Hmm.
but they're not going anywhere. And it's good that Sac Anime is moving because you never know. Come winter 2013, we might see 10,000 people going.
yeah, that'd be insane. Yo, yo, just a theory. Just like, what if Sac Anime became so big, like as big as anime? That'd be trippy. Man,
Yeah, I think they're trying to go for that. I mean, speaking of comparisons, Sac Anime right now is equivalent in size. Or no. It was Sac Anime summer. Was it summer 2011? I think I was doing a bunch of research, and it was like they had kind of made it to about the size that Fanime was in like I think 2001 or 2000.
mm,
And I was thinking like it's Sac Anime's been going for kind of like about 7 years, and Fanime had been going for like 9 or almost 10 at that point. So I'd say they're increasing pretty rapidly. Speaking from beginning to now, and I can see it happening. Like honestly, like I think it could very well happen, and with Fanime increasing like towards the point where they could either have to move or I don't know that their convention center expansion that's being built right now that could help a lot. We won't know till next year, till Fanime 2013.
right.
But I think it's possible. I mean I really think they could do it. But if the other thing I was thinking too is if there's ever like so much of a rapid increase, like what if they have to do what Comic-Con did, where they limit a certain amount of attendees? Like there's a cap. What if
Um,
they have a cap?
I would say they might. I could put out examples of anime conventions who at least have not done that yet, and they're like the biggest or like they have the hugest crowd, but maybe it's because they can hold that many, and that's Anime Expo. But it could very well be like that eventually. Hell, like even was it the convention I'm going to next year, which I'm pretty excited for, is PAX Seattle,
Oh, sweet,
and
man.
they usually have it. They sell tickets online, and like they don't have on site or anything like that. So you have to be quick on that. Also, the fact that it sells quickly, like
Yeah.
no business. It's yeah, it could very well end up like that. Matt,
It's just an interesting thought.
yeah, it very is. Matt, what are you what are you looking forward to next weekend?
Um, if I had to pick one and one only, because I think he kind of just nailed it. I mean, yeah, we meet new people, the crowds, but I think the one thing I want to see is how Sac Anime does the Harrison Randall Memorial.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
That
right.
is something that I was kind of questioning whether to bring up or not, but for those who don't know, Harrison Randall was a cosplayer at Sac Anime for a long time, and he usually cosplays Jiraiya, and everybody knew him because he was always carrying a jukebox or like going around talking to people, or like even in role playing as Jiraiya, like he would like come up to like Naruto cosplayers, and he came up to me actually one time because I was dressed up as Naruto, and we were like, he was a real cool dude. He was a really cool, very free spirited guy. So he recently passed away. I think it was a couple of weeks ago.
July?
Yeah, was it? I think I want to say a month ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago. And long story short, he died by saving his girlfriend by pushing her out of the way, and he got hit by a car by a drunk driver, and later took to the hospital, and that's where he passed away. So, SAC Anime is doing a memorial service in his honor, and there's going to be a lot of people attending this, and
Sorry.
yeah, it's fine. And it's going to be big. I know that for sure. Like just off Facebook alone, like just like we're going to be like at least 300 people attending.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think SAC Anime will do it well. I think that it's gonna properly do it respects to make it look good and everything. So we'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, go on, Matt.
Um, no, you just nailed everything. I think the story was that he was in the hospital. And he died from complications.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because I think he got hit July 4th weekend, and then he went to the hospital, and he was in hospital for a couple of weeks, and then he had died from the result of his injuries.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So we knew we knew he got hit, and it was Harrison Randall. And like, oh man, I hope he gets better. And then we found out he died, and then
it was
the
even
Sac
worse.
Anime community just explodes, and we're like, whoa. And I remember seeing Randall. I think I said it best is I forget where I said it, but he was a presence to be seen. You knew when he was there.
Yeah.
That's true.
You
That's
couldn't
true.
miss him.
You could not miss him.
It's pretty hard to miss.
And I remember, and one of the videos I had sent for them as part of the memorial was him at the Congo line at Sac Anime summer 2000, and like this one of the Scottish Rite Sac Anime.
Mm-hmm.
But he was leading the Congo line, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
There's not that many people who had taken photos of him, so we kind of feel bad for the family because nobody really has photos of him.
Right.
But I'm lucky enough to have a couple, and I gave it to them, and I said, I pay my respects, and I hope you guys are going to get through it. But he did a very valuable thing, which was putting his own life against others.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Which is kind of
It's heroic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
Another thing I'm looking forward to is Cafe Hoshi, because this is because Cafe Hoshi is always the key event at Sac Anime and looks really cool. They have a lot more shows now, so if they added more shows, and then they always have the VIP show, and so I'm looking forward to see how they do over the weekend.
Right, right. That's awesome. Is there anything else, or is...
Well, I don't want to get maced, that's for sure.
What?
Another one of my fond memories from summer 2009 was a friend of mine got maced and they had to clear out half the freaking hotel.
Oh shit.
And there was like cops everywhere. A lot of people remember that, but it happened late at night, so a lot of people like also don't remember. But
Right.
but it was really bad. I'm standing there over by that one restaurant, that one like the alligator restaurant or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm standing over there, and all of a sudden like my eyes start burning, and like cops are coming in. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Right. Actually,
Yeah.
you remind me. There was a memory that I had when I was at Sac Anime, and it was in a game room. I remember was it Raven Rabbits had just came out for the Wii. And I think Matthew, I think it was Jonas that was the one playing it, and I remember he was playing it, and he was playing the carrot juice mini game.
Oh God.
And
Dude,
I remember he was playing it, and like two things stood out to my mind. One, for some odd reason, he was in his boxers. And
I can imagine that now.
and two, he was just like he was going at it. The Jones was going hard on that mini
Oh my
game.
god.
And
dude, when Jonas plays the carrot juice game, he goes hard, man. He goes hard paint, man.
damn, yeah, he was just going in.
Dang. Too bad you don't have a video of it.
Oh man, it was hilarious. And not to mention, you know, his friends in the background. It's like, harder, do it harder.
Pop harder, Jonas.
Oh god, that was hilarious. For me,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, for me, for next week, I mean, I think the one thing that I kind of, and it's kind of funny with me as far as like for I think Sac Anime is like I've always pinned down like, all right, go check out this panel. You know, this seems pretty interesting, but I never go because I end up doing other stuff and hanging with friends.
Yeah, that always happens. Happens to me too.
So I'm gonna try and tempt them, and this time go to the panels that are gonna happen at the Sac Anime, especially Jennifer Hill since
Oh,
yes,
oh yeah.
definitely. The other thing is, as some of you who may be listening or some of you don't know, I am a huge fighting game fan, and I'm going to be all up in that Marvel tournament at Sac Anime. So
Sweet.
even if it's going to be, like you said, Kazu, it's going to probably be huge. Because
Yeah.
last Sac Anime, it was like 30 people that entered for Marvel. So
Oh dang.
yeah, it was pretty big.
Is that Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yes, Marvel's Capcom 3.
Yeah, I just got into that actually. I know I'm like late, but it's pretty awesome.
Yes, we shall talk later. But I'm also interested to see how many people enter for Persona 4 because that just came out, and
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're running a tournament for Persona 4
oh,
Arena.
they're not.
Oh
No,
no, there's not. They're not.
No,
I wrote
not.
the schedule on my site and there wasn't anything Persona 4.
Let me go.
That's actually something that I thought about. I was thinking it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, because the game just came out. Maybe because it was at the timing of Sac Anime, it had to make the schedule and the.
Yeah, that's true. They already had the schedule out,
Yeah,
so
it's
I don't want to
like-
change it.
Yeah, because Friday is Pokemon Black and White, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and Dance Central 2 Dance Battle Mode. Saturday is Street Fighter Third Strike, Dance Central 2, Halo 3, Arcade Edition, Pokemon Black and White, Brawl, DDR Max 2, and Pac-Man Championship Edition. Sunday is... No, they're not doing a Marvel tournament.
What? You see?
Soul
Really?
Calibur, King of Fighters, just... No, there's no Marvel.
What? What's going on? My mind is fucked.
I could have swore I wrote something about Marvel vs. Capcom.
No, I'm looking at it right now. Pokemon Black
Really?
and White, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Dance Central, Street Fighter 3rd, Dance Central, Halo 3, Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Black
Oh,
and
you're right.
Oh,
Brawl,
shit.
DDR,
Yeah.
Pac-Man, Soul
Oh,
Calibur,
no.
King of Fighters. Wow.
Yep.
they replaced it. Holy crap! That's
Yeah.
Well, let me check the Teabaggers room,
damn. That's
their console.
yeah. Well, that's totally a month because I was like looking forward to that for next.
Oh,
Oh,
no, wait a minute. Wait, it's not updated.
Okay. Oh.
Or no, on the main page. They have to go to the Facebook page and let me check their Facebook page.
Okay. All right. My heart just stopped for like a minute. So
That sucks. I was gonna check that out
yeah,
too.
man. Okay. Well, regardless if it's there or not, I'll be in the game room regardless. Check.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be casuals.
Oh yeah,
You know,
definitely
oh,
will.
of course you're gonna have casuals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Probably Persona 4 Arena will be there for casuals,
yeah,
and we'll be there for casuals.
yeah, yeah. But that's surprising to hear that. I'm just like, man, out of the games that they put out there, as far as like the list of games that for tournament wise, is like, really, Shifa X Tekken? We kind of dropped the game like long ago. Game is
Yeah.
ass, But all right, whatever. But yeah, like so, I'm gonna go check out the game room. But like yeah, like I said, I'm gonna check out more panels as I can. I'm gonna be more excited about I mean, like cosplayers and people are like to meet. It's awesome. I remember one time last Sac Anime, I actually stood up like around 4 or 5 in the morning, and there were people still at the con just like chilling. It was pretty sweet. It was like, oh hey, yeah, you guys are awesome. But yeah, just like overall, kind of like the last experience of Sac Anime being at that hotel. So and also hanging out with friends. So there's that. But yes, man, no Marvel. Wow, that's no. It's cool though. So now that SAG Anime is moving to downtown, the convention center, in winter next year, um, the thing that stood out to me was that it's going to be in a place where everybody can come more easily than they can for this hotel location, because this hotel location right now is in a place where it's kind of out of the way for most people to get there.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah. So it's going to be moved down to downtown convention center, which is located. Hang on, let me just bring it up real quick. I know it's.
No, wait a minute. They are running arena. Okay, you're gonna have to go to their Facebook events page.
Okay. Got.
They are running Marvel.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. I'll link you guys. I'll link you guys in the on Skype. But it goes Black and White, Cross Tekken, Dance Central 2. Saturday is Third Strike, Dance Central, Street Fighter, Pogo Black and White, Brawl, DDR, Pac-Man, Ultra Marvel, Capcom 3, Halo, Persona 4 Arena, Sunday, Soul Calibur, Just Dance, King of Fighters, to be announced, Skullgirls, and Virtua Fighter 5. So they are gonna have arena, and it's just not listed on the schedule at Sac Anime's website. It's on their page.
Wow, how are they gonna fit all those tournaments in one weekend?
That's a lot.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, especially for the fighting game ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. I mean, like, if you can pull it off, that's awesome. But it's like, wow, that's gonna be a very impressive feat if they were to do it. But I'm pretty sure they will. But okay.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah. Whew, thank God Marvel's there. Yes. Okay. I'm good. I'm in there.
Yeah. Marvel's there.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want the street monsters to go. Where's the Marvel at?
So yes, convention center.
Convention center.
Yes. So it is getting moved down there for Sac Anime Winter. I thought it was gonna be moved down there next year, Sac Anime Summer, but.
Yeah, it was originally announced to be in the summer, and they changed it to the winter.
Yeah. So it's going to be moved down to downtown Sacramento, and I believe, I'm just looking up right now, it's located, hang on.
It's right on J Street.
Yeah, it's right. It's right on J Street. It's right near the K Street Mall, and it's also right near the a movie theater nearby it too.
Is the IMAX.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that stood out to me when I first saw this announcement is that it's going to be in downtown Sacramento, which, as I said before, it's going to be in a great location for everybody to come and no longer have to worry about. Matt, you said you were there and you saw some stuff that you were really liking.
Well, actually, just more my experience from Kentucky Con last year.
Right.
And the biggest two things that I've noticed is there's a lot more places to eat.
Yes, there is.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, there is.
And when we get to Sac Anime Winter, I will actually I have this thing going called the convention primer, which basically lists every single thing I know about the area,
Mm-hmm.
and I have all my data from Kentucky Con, and I'm going to bring it over to the convention primer for Sac Anime Winter 2013. But the one thing is that there's a lot of places to eat, whether you're looking for fast food, in or you're looking for fine dining at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go from Subway to Paraguay's. That's like $30 filet mignon meals and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
And also for the higher up, for our viewers that are 21 and over, there are a lot of bars right on that line K Street Mall.
Mm-hmm. There is. There is.
So you can go to eat. I think there's like a couple of bars right on K Street, and you can go there and have fun after hours. Not to mention the hotels also have bars too as well.
Right. Definitely. And the cool.
But the second thing that is gonna really help is going to be the photo shoots.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that too.
Yes.
Because I did a photo shoot at Kentucky Con with my OC Persona character, and we did it at the parking garage, which was 2 blocks down from the Hyatt.
Ah.
And we did it on the top floor, and it was really cool. And the fact that it has an urban environment is going to allow for some of these anime series to have an urban environment setting. Kind of
Yeah.
like your Black Rock Shooters of the world, your Ghost in the Shell, your Personas of the world.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then across the way from the Hyatt, you have the Capitol Park.
Yes. Yes.
Now here is the thing though. And if for any aspiring photographer to take photos over there, you need to get a permit because that is state property.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Yes. It's going to be in a place where it is a very urban area, but also will have very great locations for photo shoots. So that's awesome. It's great. It's pretty sweet. Not to mention, for people like me who are out of towners and coming in, it's in a place where I don't have to walk that far because I take the Amtrak from here to Sacramento, and it's like right there, or like a couple blocks down from it. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah.
No, you could literally jump off of Amtrak and take a bus there.
That's true. That's right. That's totally forgot about the bus. Yeah.
I think it's the number 30.
Yeah.
Because the number 30 runs from Sacramento State to there, and it runs through J Street, which means it's gonna run right next to the convention center.
Yeah.
So you can jump on the 30 from light rail,
Mhm.
and you can jump right to the convention center.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
man, it is.
That's pretty nice.
Yes, it is in a great location.
And that will also be part of my convention primers. How to get there and what are your options?
Yeah. Because
Because
yeah.
you could take Capitol Corridor or San Joaquin. You can take I-5. You can take 80. You can take anything. You could take regional transit.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Which is the one thing about Sac Anime Winter that separates it from summer is that there are no mass transit options at the woodlake.
Yeah, it's hard for the one over here because it's in a place where it's kind of can't go out of your way in the first place to find, but also it's also out of the way just to get there. And the area to where for transportation to go through, like it's not the most well kept place for people who are driving, especially on the last day where everybody's leaving. It's like completely traffic jam.
Speaking of food, in addition to things that are in the area, I'm also gonna post like places of interest that people may seen maybe on a TV show or may have heard about.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh, that's cool.
for example, I'm gonna post one. It's called Dad's Kitchen. It's off of Freeport. It's a little bit far, but that I'm only posting that because people have seen it on the TV show Diners, Drivers, and Dives.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so look out for that.
Sweetness. The things that stood out to me when they announced the convention center is that the convention center itself, and I've been there a few times for a few events, and the convention center is pretty big. It's huge. It'll be more than enough for Sac Anime when it moves in the winter. Have you guys been to the convention center yourselves?
I've been there. I was there a really long time ago. So I mean, like, it's been over like probably 8 years since I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember it being the one memory I do have of it is it being huge. But that also could be because I was a lot younger. But
Right.
and it's been a while. But I know it's really big, so I know they're gonna have a lot of room and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. Um,
which is perfect.
oh
That's
yeah,
what we need.
definitely. We need all that room, all that space. Um, so yeah, it is definitely huge enough for Sac Anime. Matt, have you been to the convention center?
I have.
What do you from being there? What do you think like space wise and kind of seeing in the future like how Sac Anime can take advantage of this?
Um, Man, if I had a wish list of things I want at Sac Anime, if I had like infinite money to run Sac Anime, I would like take advantage of every single space and have the masquerade over at the community center theater.
Mm, awesome.
So kind of like we go back to FanAnimeCon 2007 when they had when they had the masquerade over at the art center
Yeah.
versus the
Oh
Civic
yeah,
Center, which has been since 2008 since. But to give that theater style performance, it have theater style quality
Mm-hmm.
for a masquerade,
that'd be
it would
awesome.
also open a lot of it would also open up a lot of opportunities for people to use not only like direction but also stage lighting effects, kind of like
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing to see is how they use up all that space. Because
Yeah.
I think I forgot who said it, but they said that this con could end up like AM Square,
Mm.
which is it's the convention center is huge, but we're only using a small portion of the space.
Oh, I see.
Right.
And
Right.
that may be the case because I don't think Sac Anime can afford to use every single square inch. Like, for example, there's a ballroom on the second floor. I've seen that before. It's very beautiful. It's really big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're gonna use that at all. I know for sure we could use the show floor,
Oh yeah.
but
Definitely.
it could be the case where it's kind of like Anime Expo, and they had to do everything at the convention center
Mm-hmm.
because this year with the X Games, they could not use the Nokia Theater,
Mm.
so that's where Master usually is.
Oh
So they
yeah.
put it in South Hall.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. We just don't know. I don't know if Sac Anime is going to use all of that space. I don't know where they're going to put things.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure that Cafe Hoshi is going to be at the Sheraton. That's just from what I've been hearing.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, like
But that's all I know. I've heard that down the grapevine. I'm not really sure about that.
right. I hear you. I hear you. Um, yeah, like it's gonna be interesting to see how much space that they will use at the convention center this second anime winter. It may be maybe where it's gonna be to at least for the first couple maybe first Sac animes that it's gonna be not using that much space, but like over time as it might get bigger with attendance, maybe then they can use all the space at the convention center. But
and
we'll see.
and another advantage of Sac Anime is that they're only doing it for 3 days.
Yep, that's true.
So it's going to save a lot of people on costs
Yes.
because they only have to stay there for 2 nights versus because I was thinking Sac Anime could expand to the 4-day format,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think people are ready for a 4-day Sac Anime.
Not yet. No.
Yeah, not
Not
yet.
to mention on they would have to move dates in order to do it 4 days. However, I could see in the near future if somehow they could move Sac Anime Summer at the convention center to Labor Day so that you run it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
But for now, I think the 3-day format is good. I think they need to stick to a 3-day format because if they try to become the next Fanime, it's not going to have the success that it has if it just sticks to its guns.
Yes, definitely. And in the future, it may end up becoming the next anime. Over the years. So, it may.
Oh, I don't think I think it's become the next Fanime, but if Sac Anime becomes big, it's going to be that gap that we're missing between Anime Expo in the next year.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
true.
definitely agree with
That's
that.
true. Yes, yes.
Because if you look at the convention calendar for California, you have ALA Sac Anime, and then you have Fanime, and you have Anime Expo. Then you really have nothing.
Well, you got San Diego Comic-Con.
Nothing big for a while.
Yeah, Comic-Con. But then if you look at some of these other cons that are going on in like late August, there's Otakon.
Mm-hmm.
Early on, September, YomaCon is in Detroit. That's going on like in November.
Mm.
So but in California, there's a big gap between between Anime Expo in July and then whatever, and then like the next year. I mean, there's a lot. No disrespect to the smaller cons, but KenobiCon, there's Annie Jam, there's SnafuCon if you want to sort of count SnafuCon.
There's like 20 something.
Anime Con just happened in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
MegaCon just happened, so that's kind of like sort of California-ish because it's like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's no big con to fill that hole, and I can see Sac Anime summer at least filling that Labor Day hole.
Oh, it'll become like that third large one.
The third wheel, and especially when it needs, because and then it'll happen on Labor Day. So because Anime Con takes place on Memorial Day, Anime Expo is 4th of July, and Sac Anime would be Labor Day.
Okay.
And I think that would work, but not yet.
Yeah. Let's first get the first Sac Anime Winter out of the way, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for joining me on this podcast to talk about Sac Anime.
No problem. Had a great time.
So again, we'll be there. We're excited. We'll get to experience the last Sac Anime at the Woodlake Hotel. Kaz, where can they find you on the internet?
Anyone can find me on Facebook. You just search Hikaru Kazushime. Or you can find my posts and all my content at runaroundnetwork.com, Twitter /Hikaru Kazushime, or you can also search Runaround Network on Twitter, and or Runaround Network on YouTube.
Awesome, sweetness. Matthew, where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Facebook at Matthew Miranda. You can also find the California Conventions blog either on the main site. We have a dual WordPress, because I mentioned one of my goals is to switch over to WordPress from Blogger, because I really like WordPress. I just want to work on it. We also have a Facebook page, Twitter, Google Plus. We also have a YouTube account. So just look, and then if you go to the main page, we have links to everything.
Awesome, sweetness. And you can follow me on Twitter at Defective Naruto, where I can post about crap that I see every day. You can also check out my work as well as this podcast on our website at www.missionstartpodcast.com, where you can find all our stuff, our Facebooks, our iTunes, our Twitter accounts. Everything you need to know about the site and association with it is there. Not to mention we have a Twitch stream there too, so if you want to check it out when we're playing games, you can do so. But that's going to do it for me and Matt and Kaz. So again, thank you guys for joining me, and we will see you all next time.